every other week you guys go into like your bunker and you're not on site at JWB, you're off site, but you guys are literally just thinking about the future and planning on things. Sometimes those are like what's happening next week. Sometimes it's what's happening next quarter, but sometimes you park it into like a parking lot of like, hey, these are business planning ideas.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Also, so there's a healthy focus on making sure we understand who really is the best person to be making that decision or group of people to be making that decision. And so we'll decide to park ideas that are not mission critical today, but might be game changer ideas for a time 1, 2, 3, 5 months in the future, if that's the best collection of talent to be able to make the decision.
Cool. So that starts feeding the business planning bucket throughout the year.
Right.
When does that shift into like a more deliberate, now this is all about business planning?
I'd say it starts to really ramp up probably about 3 months prior. We start to kind of think about what the agenda is going to look like for business planning that year. The agenda is very similar every single year. We've gotten into a nice routine. But as we start to think about how can we refine and make improvements from last year, we start to think about, okay, who's the collection of talent that needs to be in the room for that part of business planning? And if there are some new initiatives that we're considering, well, there's a lot of numbers that need to be put together. Beyond the numbers, how does this fit with our mission? How does this fit with the team? Is this too much to bring to the team right now, even though it might be a really great financial idea? And so I think a lot of those are conversations-based, experience-based, get feedback. And then I would say the bulk of it probably is just vetting out the numbers so that by the time we get close to business plan, the team who is proposing maybe a new idea not only has a really good sense of it is going to work, but they also have the numbers so that we can collectively get together and say, hey, this is a good thing to move forward on.
Talk to me about that final week of business planning.
It's a really intense week, and it's intense because we literally lock ourselves in our condo at the beach that we've done some of the shows from, right? Yeah. That's really where we do business planning. It starts early mornings, and now we all have families. We try to get it done by 5, but it's got to be done that week. There is no alternative for this to spill over to the next week. And what always happens is, through that process, new ideas emerge, and then you have to go through mini business planning like overnight to flesh out the idea, to talk with your team, to put the numbers together. And so that is always a part of business planning. So it's a very stressful week. We spend 8-10 hours for 5 days straight in one location. Yeah. It's a very intense process.